Yo, 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 yo. You already know what it is. Mark Sparks Show. This is the Keep It Cultivating Podcast edition. I am your host, Mark Spark. You know what I'm saying? So, let's get into it. We got some things to talk about today. So, my topic for today is bossing up. A lot of people claim to be bosses, but are not really bosses. So, I just would like to give my perspective on what I think is a boss. You know what I mean? A boss is someone that they'll take whatever company or whatever movement or whatever it is they doing, they'll put it on their back no matter what comes along with it, no matter what sacrifices they have to make, they're going to make that happen. You know what I mean? That's a part of being a boss. So as far as I'm concerned, like, a lot of these people, they see the glamorous side of it. People want to be bosses. They want to call themselves bosses or whatnot, but don't really be bosses. And it's a lot that comes with it. It's not only like having fun and the glamour and glitz. Is more to it. Like, it's a lot of like sacrifice. It's a lot of like just disappointing days where, you know what I mean, you just gotta be strong and just keep pushing forward. A lot of lonely nights and shit where you gotta be focused on growing your business or your brand. You can't, you know what I mean, be out having fun with everybody else. Like, it's a lot that comes along with it. You know what I mean? Building furniture, doing all type of like stuff that you probably would have never even thought about. And for me, I just feel like every day is a learning experience. You know what I mean? Every day is a chance to grow and learn something new. So I try to take it like that, and I try to, you know what I mean, just strive with my goals and just go with it. But it's not for the weak at heart, and I'm seeing that, and I'm like, man, like, I'm starting to get more respect for myself, because it's like, man, like, it's a lot, and it's like, you know, it comes with the territory, and with anything in life that's worth having, there's gonna be a lot of work, hard work put in. It's gonna be a lot that comes with it. So me, just knowing that, I'm prepared for the journey, and the, like what Nip would say, I guess, the marathon. You know what I mean? I'm ready for the long haul on all of this. But it's crazy how, like, sometimes you think you going to the top with people, or you think you with somebody, but they not really with you. They just there to capitalize off of you. They not really there to help you. And I guess that comes along with it too, because, whether it's the streets, whether it's the industry, whether it's whatever, there's always gonna be vultures. There's always gonna be leeches. There's always gonna be a certain dynamic of individual. You know what I mean? So I'm aware of that, and I try to make people aware of that, like, to just be mindful of the energy the people that you give energy to, and you got to make sure that it's reciprocated and people are loyal to you. If you're gonna be loyal to them, and if you're gonna be helping them, they gotta help you. It can't be one-sided. Like, no kind of relationship, whether it's intimate, whether it's a friendship, whether it's anything, it can never be one-sided. There has to be something brought to the table. Like, you can't show up to the potluck without a dish. You know what I'm saying? There has to be something being brought to the table, and it can't be just, but, and that's with anything, like with any job. If you're not showing up to work or whatever, they're going to fire you. So even as a boss, like, at times when you feel like, when you see it, like, you have to separate yourself from certain individuals. You got to separate, you know what I mean? Like, it might hurt. It might hurt you to even do that, but it's like, for you to succeed in what it is that you're trying to do, sometimes you have to make that executive decision, and you gotta, you know what I mean, know when they're like, all right, I'm gonna go this way, because you going that way, I'm gonna go this way. Even with that, like a lot of people that could have been successful weren't, because they were listening to the wrong people. These people wasn't headed in the same direction. So it's like, you know, for me, I see the direction that I'm going in, and I've already started putting together a team of individuals that's focused, you know what I mean, the same way that I am. And I pretty much have everything that I need at this point to like move forward, and it's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful season for this series of the podcast. So speaking of that, you know what I mean, on a lighter, positive note, we're gonna have like a variety of different guests from different areas of life, from different genres of music to different aspects of business. You know what I mean? And that's what I pride myself on, is that we're gonna be different. My whole approach to journalism is not the traditional way that they do things. Like, my approach is unorthodox, because it's the migrant workers approach, it's the Mark Spark approach. So you already know what that means. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be interesting, and it's gonna be raw and uncut. Like, that's how we doing it. Like, you know, getting monetized is cool. You know what I mean? I want to get monetized, and make sure you guys like and subscribe to this channel right here. But yeah, pretty much, like, we can't, like, we want to get monetized, you know what I mean? But it's not about the money. Like, it ain't about the money, it's about the message. It's about showing these people that, you know what I mean, the power of God is within you, and you could be whatever you want. You're not a demon. You know what I mean? You shouldn't associate yourself with devilism at all. You know what I mean? You got the power of God in you. Why would you want to, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. And to show people that you have the power within you to cultivate whatever it is, you know what I mean? And I'm speaking on positivity, just so you know what I mean? I don't want nobody to take my message, because, you know, all things can be used for good or for evil. So I just want people to understand that my message and what it's about, you know what I mean? And what Keep It Cultivating is, you know? Keep It Cultivating, what that means and stands for. Keep It Cultivating, basically. And I just want people to understand this, because I get all kind of inquiries, all kind of messages in my DMs and that type of nature. But I just want to explain to people, you know what I mean? This is a legitimate company. We're not like promoting anything illegal. I'm not selling weed on the internet, anything like that. So I don't want to get, you know what I mean, all the people that be in my inbox and all that. I just want y'all to understand that. So what Keep It Cultivating is, a weed plant, you know what I mean? It's like an acronym using a weed plant to describe life. So basically, a weed plant, even if you have a clone, that clone came from a mother plant. That mother plant at some point or another started from a seed, right? So it didn't always remain a seed. It started as a seed, and then it grew into, you know what I mean, a seedling, and then it went into the, you know what I mean, it goes into different cycles of life. It doesn't stay the same. Like, it changes throughout time. So basically, a weed plant, you know what I mean, it grows. It has continual growth through its different stages of life. You know what I mean? So I use that as a reference to like us as human beings, because that's another form of life, right? So the cultivation of a marijuana plant is always growing and changing, right? So to me, what keep it cultivating represents to me in life is continual growth in all aspects of life. Never staying stagnant, you know what I mean? Continuing to grow and evolve and change and get to it and get things accomplished. And just taking care of your loved ones and business, you know what I mean? Like, you keeping it cultivating, you know what I mean? You're not staying the same seed that you was when your parents was taking care of you. You know what I mean? Now you're growing. You grow into a kid, then to a teenager, then to a young adult, and then to a man. You know what I mean? Or into a woman, or what have you, or whatever you describe yourself, because now people are non-binary and I don't want to offend anybody. You know what I mean? This is just real talk. So you grow into whatever you consider yourself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you don't stay the same. Like, you continue to grow and change and learn. You know what I mean? So that's what keep it cultivating is to me. It's continual growth in all aspects of life. You know what I mean? Getting your shit together, being able to look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, yo, I need to get my shit together. And then actually putting the work forth necessary and executing that and getting your shit together. Or, you know what I mean? Saying, yo, I want to do this, or I want to do that. And then taking the actual steps, starting from the seed, which is the idea, planting that seed, and then taking the steps to make that happen. That's keeping it cultivating. You know what I'm saying? And I try to incorporate that into my everyday living in life. You know what I mean? I try to set little small goals for myself, and I try to knock them shits out. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might not be able to reach all your goals, but at least if you put forth the effort, then you could, most of the time, knock out a good 80% of your goals throughout that day. Sometimes 100% of your goals if it's a good day. But at least you know that you're keeping it cultivating. You're not doing the same thing that you was doing yesterday. You're not having the same results that you was having yesterday. You seeing growth. You know what I mean? That's what keeping it cultivating is. And I think that's a message that the people need today. This is a good message for the people. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people is starving and they hungry and they feel like they ain't got no hope. And I feel like my message brings hope to the people. You know what I mean? Straight up. And I would like to have guests that could show how they kept it cultivating throughout life, which means that they could say whatever issues and obstacles that they overcame, and then show you where they at now, and then answer questions on how they got to that point. Because a lot of these people present themselves, like successful people, especially in the industry, present themselves as if they were overnight success. And I'm here to tell you there's no such thing as an overnight success. It's about continual work and growth. You know what I mean? Putting in that work and continually growing. So me, I'm a work in progress. I continue to keep it cultivating. And I hope that you guys do the same. You know what I mean? That's, this is not going to be a long episode, because really I wasn't even planning on having an episode. I just wanted to talk to you guys and put this out there so that people can understand like what being a boss is and what keep it cultivating is. You know what I mean? What my staff is going to be, what I look for in people when I'm looking for staff. I'm not looking to be anybody's boss. I'm looking for other bosses. You know what I mean? I'm looking for other bosses to partner up with and bring it to the next level. If you looking at me like I'm your boss, no, I'm not your boss. I'm the boss. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I'm looking for people to build with. So, you know what I mean? If that could be you, then hey, and if you have a story that you feel you want to speak about, that you made it through some things, you made it through some tough times, and you feel like you could give people some hope, then yeah, reach out to me. You know what I mean? Hit the email, keepitcultivating@gmail.com, because I'm accepting submissions and I'm going through all of that. I don't want people to think that it's just gonna go to the trash or whatever, because it's not. It's not. I'm gonna be going through all of those emails and myself personally. So yeah, like I'm here to bring the people hope and show you that you can, get it cultivating, get your life cultivating, you know what I'm saying, to the next level. Like and you don't gotta take penitentiary chances either. Like you could be positive. You don't gotta be like the stereotype. You don't gotta do that. We in a different time now. But I'm just here to let you guys know that, I'm for the people. You know what I'm saying? Mark Spark been for the people, and yeah, like I'm listening to all, because there might be a guest I might have on that people might want to know certain things or have certain questions that some of these other people might be scared to ask these people. But I'm 100% independent. I'm not signed. You know what I mean? We don't even really have much affiliates at this point. So I'm not worried about, you know what I mean, upsetting anybody. Like, this is going to be the raw and uncut, and this is going to be like one of the realest platforms I think that's going to be there for you guys to check out and view, because we not holding back, but we are going to be respectful, and we are going to have class. You know what I mean? We coming with class, but we not going to, you know, we ain't doing the politics. Like, anybody that comes on this platform knows that it's going to be a real conversation, and, you know, yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's for the most part. It's going to be very interesting. And I look forward to, like, bringing you guys just a great series and a great show, because y'all going to be tuned in. I already know it. Like, it's going to be lit. So, I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm going to get out of here because I'm closing up. I'm about to get up out of this office. But keep it cultivating. And the website, the shop is going to be ready soon. So, you know what I mean? Stay tuned for that. Keep it cultivating. Peace.